The first time I played the Forum was 2001. It was right after 9/11 it happened. It was, crazy things were happening. The air was really thick with some tension. People needed the show. They needed that release, and it feels a lot like right now. People need music like this in their life. People need something to look forward to like this. From a personal standpoint, I've been waiting my whole life to play this show. It represents me as a person, it represents me as an artist, it represents me as an entertainer. This is not the typical solo Corey Taylor show. This is not acoustic. This is a full band show, full production, full pyro, full lights, full music, full everything. Just when you thought you were going to be able to figure out what this is, you don't, because it has so many different elements, so many different things that are coming together to make this incredible. If you're going to go small, get the hell out of here. You either go big or you go home, or you don't get anything at all.
About my very best friend.
Hello everybody, Beez here from notfest.com, and you join me for this very special event. As you can see above me, we are here at the Los Angeles Forum, and this place is world famous and has been for some time. In the 70s, this was the place that Zeppelin rocked and Queen rocked, and in the 80s, it was all about the epic encounters between Magic Johnson's Lakers and Larry Bird's Celtics. Those epic encounters happened right here, and just about any artist worth their salt has walked through these famous halls, and striding through those halls today, Corey, mind my French here, Corey motherfucking Taylor is bringing you the first live show in support of his brand new solo album that is out today. CMFT, if you've heard it, let me know in the comments section how you are feeling about this record, what your favourite song is, and you are going to hear those songs live on stage for the very first time today. We'll see you there for an hour. This is just some of the other goodies that we've got going on in this here pre-show. We are live. Hello everybody and welcome to the pre-show here for Corey Taylor Forum or Against Them live right here in Los Angeles, California at the world famous Forum. My name is Beez from notfest.com. It is a pleasure to be here with you on the day that CMFT finally drops. It's been years in the offing. Corey has spoken about doing a solo album for so long, and finally it's here for you to hear. Spotify or Apple Music, or if you're a super fan, we thank you if you've bought the album. If you've heard it so far, frankly, what have you been doing with your day so far if you haven't? But if you have, 3-word review. That's what I want from you in the chat. Let me know what you think of the album CMFT that's out now. Your 3-word reviews in the chat. Coming up here on this pre-show, very soon indeed, I'm going to be talking to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Corey Taylor, joining me for an interview in the next couple of minutes. There's also going to be a look at his band. You know that there's a band behind this as well as Corey, right? Well, you're going to get the chance to meet them. We're also going to be talking to the one and only Alicia Taylor, the Cherry Bombs, very much part of today's performance. That and much, much more. Get your tickets. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com. That is your place to get tickets. Your first chance to hear songs live from CMFT. He's going to be playing songs from Slipknot, Stone Sour, and more too. Quite frankly, I don't know what you are doing with your life if you haven't got a ticket already, but if you need to get a ticket, get it now. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com. And as if that isn't enough, you can get exclusive merch bundles there as well. That is watch.thecoreytaylor.com. Now, our editors are working like crazy behind the scenes, and they are preparing a whole bunch of behind the scenes footage for you, including this. This is footage from the bus ride in today. Corey Taylor, for or more against them, coming up in literal minutes. I'm going to be catching up with Corey Taylor in a minute as well. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com for your tickets to be part of this here special day.
I was standing on Highway 666 when the devil ran me down. I was ready to burn, ready to fix when the devil ran me down.
Do you have a car?
Yeah, grab some like Kirkland stuff.
Oh, right on.
What?
She wants a card because she's in cannabis and wants to book our band.
Oh, we don't have a card. Just get a hold of 5B Entertainment, 5B Management, and ask for Corey Taylor. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Should we do a demonstration of our car?
Look, I'll be excited when we get there. I'll be excited. Okay, I tell you what. I'll be excited. I'll be excited when I sing one song and I don't sound like a frog being choked. You know? I can't have that.
It smells so good.
All right.
Oh, the one who's
I don't know if anybody's been on a bus before, but I'm gonna lay some rules down. All right?
Do not shit.
No poop, no paper, and I mean that. No poop, no paper. If you poop, hang out like the window or something, and just let it drop onto the neighbors. But no poop, no paper. Other than that, I don't give a shit. You ready? Another one?
Okay, you got me.
Right? Keep going. With it. Brace everybody back. Right on both sides. Right. I got it. I was able to get all of it perfect. So that's my
It's all about the momentum. I just laughed and waved goodbye because the devil let me down. Hey, all I know is only death provides. Life is just a writing on the wall. All I know is I can see the end. This is where we fall, my friend.
We are here at the world famous Los Angeles Forum. Your album's been out a couple of hours.
Yes, it has!
So what's it been like sitting on this for the last couple of months and having an album that everyone that I know that knows you deeply says that this is Corey's personality on wax?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's been torture. Let's put it that way.
like-
And I keep ruining the ride by just sending it to people.
Right?
It's like, I don't need sales here. Just take the whole album. And it's, well, and in full disclosure, sorry, Brennan, it's just friends of mine. It's not like it's not like I have a list of like a mailing list, and I'm like, all right, these 10 people will get the album today.
hacking your
completely
emails.
destroying our first week. Yeah, exactly. No, man, it's been rad because some of my friends have heard some of this stuff over the years in demo form, you know, and gone, when are you going to do this? It's like, well, I don't know, when I go solo and we all laugh, and then all of a sudden it's not a joke anymore. So it's been really cool to see people's reaction, especially now that it's out and it's everywhere. It's just like to really gauge the reaction of people hearing something that to me is really in the spirit of rock and roll, man. It just has that passion. You know?
Do you think that we get closer to your record collection than ever before?
Oh,
Because
absolutely, yeah.
One of the most exciting things for me was like hearing those influence filtered through a very Corey Taylor filter.
Yeah, very, very.
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you know, I've been saying it since day one. You know, this is really a chance for me to share my influences, to really wear them on my sleeve even more clearly than I ever have. You know, with Slipknot, there was such a clear direction that you really didn't get that unless it was a collective kind of vibe. With Stone Sour, it was much more just about kind of writing songs and kind of doing whatever. But this is so much more closer to the heart because it's showing people the stuff, a lot of stuff that I grew up with.
Well, the reason why I feel like it takes us all closer to Corey the human, right, is when we see you for Slipknot, that can be surfacing to burn the liar, right?
Yeah.
Like, we see a very one side of your personality amplified.
Yeah.
This album goes into so many different directions. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the first ever television interview we ever did verbatim. You said this, right?
Oh, God.
You said, bother is as heavy as surfacing, and anyone who doesn't think that is a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Those were words on words.
Oh, absolutely.
So do you feel empowered by putting this record out and by putting out things that are not traditionally what people expect from Corey Taylor? Like, usually I go, are you nervous? But with you, you've done this before. So do you feel empowered putting yourself out there?
Well, that's a good question, man. I would say it's both because you know me. I mean, I've never really worried about what anyone was going to say, what anyone was going to think, you know? Like, if I'm into something, even if it's something that I don't think it's going to sell or whatever, I like, screw it. Like, let's put it out there and let people make up their mind, you know? If I'm happy with it, then that's the end of the discussion, you know? So for me, I think maybe this is not only empowering, but it's also backing up everything that I've said since day one. You know, the fact that, you know, if I believe in something, I'm going to put it out there. You know, I'm not worried about anything like pop charts or, you know, critics or any crap like that. If it comes from the heart, who cares what a critic says?
Yes,
you know?
absolutely.
So it's really one of those things where it's like, this is me telling it like it is again and basically saying, live with it because this is the stuff I love.
And we are minutes away from these songs being played live for the first time anywhere, right? This album, like, I've got to say it already, man. Samantha's Gone and Kansas.
Yeah.
Like, that's my shit. That is so, you've tapped on my funny bone there. But what's exciting to you right now, minutes from taking this on stage?
Oh, man. Just, you know, I guess hearing the set coalesce around stuff like things that I've written for the other bands, you know, how they wrap into like certain covers that we're playing tonight, you know, just hearing the excitement and also playing on stage with these guys, man. These are guys that I've been playing with for years So when we go on stage, there's no nerves about, how it's going to sound. We all trust each other. We all know each other.
Amazing.
We're taking the piss right up until the moment that the intro starts.
I have seen that backstage day already.
And it's brutal. It can be a bloodbath, and I'm not apologizing to anybody. However, man, I mean, it's fun. And that's the whole point. It's getting back to a point where you're showing people that it is fun. It can be fun. It's not just a solemn, like ceremony.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of bands take themselves way too seriously. I know I have, even with the various stuff that I've done. This is just a way to kind of get out of that and go, lighten up, Francis. Okay, we're doing a show, and it's gonna kick you in the pants.
I've got to say, I've seen your band play the covers stuff before.
Oh yeah.
So, like, as a teenager, right, I played bass
Right.
in a local bar band, right? And I'm telling you, 11:45 on a Saturday night when it's your local crowd,
right.
There's something about that connection and that fun factor. What's it like when you're doing that, but you're Corey fucking Taylor?
It's very much like that.
Love
man.
it.
Yeah. Oh,
Love
absolutely. Because I mean, we did a couple of shows at this place in Iowa. And it was connected to a casino, right?
Oh, God.
The place was maybe as big as this little, entryway, and it's rammed. The only moment that people were bummed is when I told them that I wasn't playing anything that I had written.
Right.
They went, then what are we gonna hear? And then we just proceeded to lay out all of these fun covers, man.
Yeah.
And they lost their minds. They had so much fun. They had just as much fun as we did. We were smiling. Dude, it was like playing for friends again,
Yeah.
And that's really what it's at, because I was the same way.
Yeah.
When we first started out with Stone Sour, man, we were doing 3 1-hour sets.
Yes.
4 or 5 nights a week, man. And basically for our friends.
Yeah.
Just to get them to come down for the drink specials,
Absolutely.
on Wednesdays,
The old classic.
And it was ridiculous. People were hanging from the ceiling. And at one point, I was naked. Thankfully, the internet didn't exist back then. And it was a cold night, so don't judge me. It was just stuff like that. It's that kind of spirit that is what this is all about.
Yeah.
It's just that give and take, that push and pull, that really encouraging the audience to just let go, man.
Yeah.
Just have a good goddamn time.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
And that is the vibe right now. This guy is, chances are, going to keep your clothes on tonight, right? Just for the record.
Well, we'll see what happens about halfway through the set.
It's true, man. It's true. This MF cannot be stopped. Stick around. The show at the Forum happening any minute now. Love that motherfucker, the one and only inimitable Corey Taylor, and I mean it, man. Samantha's Gone, what an absolute ripper of a track. If you've heard the album CMFT that's out today, what are your favourite songs on the album? Let me know in the chat, because we are here right now at the Forum for Corey Taylor, Forum or Against Them. Tickets still available, thecoreytaylor.com. And if I may be so bold and honest with you, you'd be a fucking idiot to miss it. And you don't look like a fucking idiot. I might do, but you do not, all right? thecoreytaylor.com. And if you need more convincing, this is the rehearsal footage. I've seen rehearsal stuff going down today. You ain't going to want to be anywhere else. thecoreytaylor.com for tickets and to log in if you've already bought them. Here is a look at some of that rehearsal footage I was just talking about.
I stood alone in Trafalgar Square. I looked around, I didn't see you there.
One, two, three. It's because Zach feels louder when it's going. It's like when he comes in really hot. He comes in really hot, so it takes us a second to kind of adjust to it. It goes from here to like here.
Actually, I was on the wrong setting. I flipped it really quick. So you're
Boost!
Just make sure you do that when we're filming.
Get boost! Yeah.
Like the A played
I
over
want
C.
you to do that
I'll do it.
every
Oh,
time.
fuck.
Two damn dudes kiss each other.
Damn.
It's really cool. Yeah, damn.
Two damn
Two
dudes.
damn dudes.
Like
That
the
should
two
be
last
your solo. Your solo
Like
project.
so- as moist as they want to be. Two damn dudes.
It's the what that gets me. Why? He's like, stop doing that, man. He's like, why?
Two damn dudes.
It's picking up when you're sweating out.
Moist as they want to be, dude. It's me and you on the beach like the album cover. Yeah, wiping her.
All right. It's amazing that anyone talks to us. We're such
That's why we're here. That's why
just the
we're bad.
worst dorks.
The only reason.
And they see us coming and they go, oh, God. We're already punished for an hour with shitty jokes.
Nobody else does come.
Nobody else.
That's why we're always.
That's right.
People here.
Last man standing. And chips.
That's
Look, I'm being very PC. And chips.
We're all
You know,
we're all
this together.
I know that there's no other way. I know that there is nothing more that I can say. Make my black eyes blue. All for you.
Yeah. It wasn't half bad. It was all bad. It was all bad.
That's really good.
I don't ever want you to do that again.
Yes, Mr. Luthor.
Are we going to Addis Ababa, Mr. Luthor? Looks like a vamoose.
You guys having fun yet over there? Like,
Yeah.
fucking water.
They
Scott.
said they're way worse.
You know what's funny? They look like see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
You guys should just do the pause and just take a picture of it.
They're texting each other. Like,
Yeah, right.
maybe the next song will be better.
We're halfway through and I haven't heard a hit yet. This is fucking
Fucking
garbage.
assholes better buy lunch today.
Yeah. Right?
We got a surprise for you: broccoli and brown rice, no sauce. Enjoy.
Sauce? Oh, that's a dick move. No sauce? That's a dick move.
But you got to do a group run with us to the top of the mountain together.
It's cool. Hey, it only takes 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And this heat.
It's
Wow.
only 118. It's not. Mild.
Ain't hotter than 113.
The rice should be nice and cooked by the time you get out there.
Yeah.
All right, go on. Let's do it, chicklets.
Behind the trees in front of golden gates, that I would never behold into the hands of fate. God's a nation in the
14 more to go.
Only 14. Halfway done.
We're only halfway
Way
through.
done. Slayer tone? What is that? Did you hear that? It's so pretty. It was, and then you come.
Yeah! Sorry.
Your boost pedal. Boost pedal. Boost. Hey, Kerry King, Sybil, fuck yeah. Cheers. Love you, Kerry. Here we go. That was tits. That was fucking tits. That's the first time we've nailed them. And that's the show.
Alright.
We did it. We did it once. Let's hope we can do it twice.
I'm Beez from notfest.com, here still on the pre-show. Corey Taylor, 4 or more against them, coming up very soon. Get your tickets, thecoreytaylor.com. And I mentioned this a little earlier on, but every time I've seen CT in recent years, it's lucky. I caught a Corey Taylor and Friends show at the Roxy here in Los Angeles, and the show is fucking brilliant. If you've seen one of those Corey Taylor and Friends shows, let everyone know in the chat just how much fun it is. But I have been unable to see him talk about that night without saying, mate, your band fucking rip. They really, really do. And now, here is your chance to meet the band. Here they are, Tooch, Dustin, Zach and Jason. I'll be back after this. Get your tickets, thecoreytaylor.com. If you've got tickets, log in. Corey Taylor, 4 or more against them, on the way very, very soon. We are minutes from the first ever live performance of Corey and his band. Guys, what was it like the first time you met the man himself? Do you remember the first time you ever met CT?
I do. Well, him and I, and actually Roy from Stone Sour, we had a punk cover band years and years ago, like almost 20 years ago.
What was its name?
It was Shithead. We used the Motorhead logo.
Amazing. With the umlauts.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, you know, my friend wants to come up and do a song or whatever, and it was like, all right, cool, you know, so we got to do the song. Like, man, dude's pretty badass. It was Corey. Yeah, it was Corey, and now all these years later, throughout, you know, Stone Sour history with that, and you know, a bunch of other things, we just kind of, I don't know, we just kind of were the only people that can stand to be around each other.
It helps. Do you remember what punk cover he came up and did? Because when you did
it was
amazing.
It was a Black Flag.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like the run, because I went to the show at the Roxy when you did a bunch of those covers, like a bunch of hardcore songs in a row. Is that still part of the DNA of the band, do you think?
I think
in its own way.
I think it's just part of your DNA as a musician. If you grew up on that stuff, it's impossible to beat it out of yourself. No pun intended. It's just
not to be taken literally.
You don't lose it. I mean, we all kind of grew up in the 80s and stuff, so we had the leftover albums from the 70s and the 80s, so it's impossible. But, you know, I mean, I love the Dead Boys as much as I love the Eagles, you know.
And so when you're traveling, when you're hanging around with one another, what goes on the speakers in 2020? If that's what was going on in the 70s and the 80s, when you hang out these days, because I'd imagine that there's a pretty eclectic taste within your band to go with this eclectic record that you're putting out.
Mostly Kiss.
Yeah, good stuff.
The most annoying, obscure Kiss.
Carnival of Souls only. Okay, well, I'll keep my tongue inside of my head. We've got a couple of more minutes to go before these guys take the stage at the world-famous Los Angeles Forum. I'm throwing back to myself. That's weird. Dustin and Zach from Corey's band. Guys, I just asked I just asked earlier on. When was the first time you met Corey?
Officially in 2004 for me.
Or unofficially?
Officially in 2004.
Gotcha.
What about you?
First time must be 2000. Yeah, around the same time actually.
Yeah.
So
he was collecting friends around then.
He was on a mission.
Like Pokemon.
Like, I need some new friends. Look at this fucking guy. Get him.
So, one of the only sensible questions that I'll ask: what's it like when you're interpreting someone's personality on a record? Because this album, like, I've known Corey so long, and the thing that I keep telling everyone about the record is that it's his personality on wax, and that is in so many various different ways. What's it like to interpret that man's brain in musical form?
I think it comes easy in a way for all of us, just because we've been around him for so long.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
at this point, you know, even though this is the first record that him and I have done with him, I mean, I've played with him a million times. He's played with him a million times. We're around him. We're friends, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm already looking at him, and I already know what he's thinking, you know.
Yeah.
And we listen to a lot of the same stuff. We talk the same. I mean, all the stuff that goes along with it. So
Yeah.
it's really just a bunch of people that understand him and what he's trying to do for the most part.
Does it feel like a real clubhouse gang mentality with you guys? Because like,
we're a gang. Don't get it twisted.
I've seen it.
We're terrible.
I mentioned it earlier.
Don't mess with us,
Listen,
dude.
there's
You ain't
people
gonna-
that are around, you know, that have
That's
to
it.
deal with us all the
Like,
time. and it's-
beware your milk money, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know about your milk money.
So,
We shoot higher.
that's something I'm not getting into. So when you play shows as well, that really comes out. Like, what would you describe a day of hanging out with you guys like? Because the live show is, I've lived here for just over 3 years, and it's one of the best nights out I've had so far. Just so fun.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
the
vibe
word. I mean,
always.
that's literally the only word that there is. It's fun. Every
Yeah.
time I'm in a
since-
room with this guy and everybody else, it's just ridiculously fun.
Ever since we got together, it's just been nonstop fun. We laugh all the time, and we're always playing, you know, weird cover songs with each other and singing along, and just gets captured on the record. I thought.
Yeah, I loved the fact how fearless your cover versions were as well. When you guys started Cream by Prince, I was like, these are some bold motherfuckers right here.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like, so what have we not heard? What is the weirdest thing that you have ever jammed that we have not heard publicly?
With Corey?
Yeah, with Corey. Yeah.
Oh God, I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
Are
Well,
you kidding?
You know what? There's
How much time you got?
Yeah, right. We got a bunch of stuff that we recorded as B-sides and bonus tracks and stuff like that are gonna freak people out, because a lot of it is stuff that they wouldn't think we would do, but
Freak people out.
freak out
Fuck.
in a moon edge bedroom.
I see you. So, look for more of those covers in the set coming up. Dustin and Zach, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you guys.
The world famous Los Angeles Forum. We're going to throw to the live show any minute. My thanks to the band for taking some time out to talk to me. Actually, I was talking to Zach a little bit after we finished recording the interview, and he was telling me the first show that he ever saw was right here at the Forum. He was here for Kiss, recording a live too. He saw Van Halen here, and I was like, so when's the first time you've ever played here? And he's like, today. So shout out to Zach. Also shout out to Jay Ruston, who produced the CMFT album and is going to be working the sound today. Awesome dude. The album CMFT is out right now. Spotify, Apple, or buy the bloody album if you are a super fan. Don't forget the CoreyTaylor.com. Log in if you've got your tickets. If not, we are going to be going live very soon. This is the video for CMFT Must Be Stopped. I want you in the chat to point out every cameo that you see in this video, and then after that, I am going to be catching up with the one and only Alicia Taylor, part of them Cherry Bombs, going to be taking the stage a little bit later as part of Corey Taylor Forum or Against Them. Get your tickets now. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com.
What's up? I am DJ Bronner. I am here on the set of Corey Taylor's music video for CMFT. We are in beautiful Las Vegas in this warehouse that doesn't look anything like Las Vegas. It looks like it could be anywhere. But we are shooting a pretty epic band performance. It's like the rock anthem of all rock anthem performances, shooting a ton of stuff with Corey, the band, the Cherry Bomb dancers. So stay tuned.
Be aggressive.
Hold the line.
Hold the fucking line.
Love isn't always on time.
Oh my God.
Love isn't always on time.
Okay. Hey everybody, Corey Taylor here. We are back behind the scenes of filming the video for CMFT Must Be Stopped, and you can see I got the championship right here. Anybody wants to take it, bring it the fuck on.
Get ready for madness. Take a fucking pull as I grab this. Money's great and everything, but it's nothing to a huge disappointment. Cross the line and then you find an unemployment. Stick around and that'll challenge your enjoyment. Wait a moment, this whole time I was hoping for an emotional reunion, another fucking wicked moment. Canada fever when it's burning the brass. Quite accustomed to getting my way and kicking your ass. Now that I'm disgusted, tell the world I can't be trusted. Who the hell bailed me out when I got fucking busted?
Get the back. Teamwork makes a dream. Let's get it.
I don't know. I'm not a bondage guy.
What are you doing? There was a chicken sandwich with a box of your name on it.
Don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. So who you wanna have?
Sorry, we were too busy gassing there. You are back at the forum with myself and Alicia. I'll ask how you are like I didn't just ask you.
Hey, I'm good. I'm still good. How are you?
I wanted to ask, I've seen the Cherry Bombs performance, right? You are going to be on stage tonight.
Yes.
How would you describe the Cherry Bombs performance out to anyone out there who has never seen you and your troupe perform before?
To anyone who hasn't seen Cherry Bombs, it is like a Cirque du Soleil mixed with Pussycat Dolls, but way more intense and crazy wild, like a rock and roll extravaganza.
And I've been talking to Corey a lot about him putting his personality into this record.
Yes.
The Cherry Bombs, by association, is a lot of an extension of your own personality. What would you say that the Cherry Bombs says about Alicia Taylor?
Really, it's just about being fearless. You know, that's kind of how I kind of live my life and what I kind of preach to my girls. So if it's something that they want to do, something they want to explore, whether it's skill-wise or a look or anything that they're thinking of doing or trying out, I just say go for it. And then if it looks really cool, we just say let's put it in the show.
Love that.
Yeah,
I love
it's
that.
about being fearless.
So I mentioned to Corey off camera that I was going to ask you about home. And he said to go gentle with you to make sure you don't cry, right? I'm just saying that's what he said.
Yeah.
So, not only one of the centre points of the album, but I believe a centre point in the whole of Corey's career is home.
Wow.
Because, well, I think that even as someone that's known him for as long as I have, I feel like you connect with a level of his personality that will only exist between you and he. And it was really bold of him to put that on an album. When did you first hear it, mate? No, don't do this to me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he was right. Okay, so what was the question again?
It was when did you first hear it? When did he first play it to you? Did you know it was a work in progress, or was it just like here?
He first wrote that on the road, and it was the first song he's ever really written for me. And he played it for me on video, actually. He recorded himself playing it on guitar and video. And it was so beautiful. And I would always, come home and be like, can you play that song again? It's so cool.
Yeah.
And then he taught himself piano. I'm sure he told you this too, right?
No.
Okay, so he taught himself piano because he wanted to hear how it would sound on piano. And so he bought this piano off eBay or something, I think, and then was playing it every day and really trying to figure it out and hear it. And he was singing that song to it. And then it just took on a life of its own with the piano. I don't think and he'll correct you, but I don't think it started out as a piano song. I think he originally had it on the guitar. So then he started playing on piano, so I really, really, really like this. And then he sang that at our wedding when we eloped. So that song is very, very, very special. Yes.
Well, thank you for letting us into that side of your life. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So, you are going to be part of the performance as well tonight. What can we expect without giving too much away? Because this performance is getting underway in the next couple of minutes.
Ooh, it's going to be big. It's going to be bad. It's going to be badass. It's going to be all the fun things you can expect, not just from Corey and crew, but from us. And I think everybody's just going to be like the entire time. So I'm stoked.
More cherry bombs in the near future?
More cherry bombs. Always more cherry bombs. Bigger, better, faster.
We'd expect nothing less.
Of course not.
We are here at the world famous Los Angeles Forum. The show is coming up soon. Alicia, thank you so much for your time, mate.
Thank you so much, Beez.
When the devil ran me down, ready to burn, ready to fix. When the devil ran me down, he said, "Come, soldier, his mind is getting more, and you'll be fine." I turned and waved goodbye when the devil ran me down.
Now, let me tell you a story about my very best friend.
So you know that thing where you know someone off of the internet and then you meet them in real life for the first time? That's what just happened. Thank you, Alicia. And I have seen the rehearsal of the cherry bombs getting involved in today's show. It's going to melt your face. Get involved. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com for tickets. If you've already got your tickets, that is the place to log in so that you don't miss a single solitary second of Corey Taylor for them or against them. I mentioned it a little bit earlier on. We have got people shooting stuff behind the scenes all day long. Here's a little bit of that, and then afterwards we're going to meet a couple of the people responsible, but this is all about the run-up to Corey Taylor, for them or against them, coming any minute now. Get your tickets. You don't want to be anywhere else.
Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention?
Yeah, geez.
Certainly ain't fucking doing it with this rig. All right, there you go.
You should do a tutorial. This is how you hang a sign. Yeah.
Welcome to hello and welcome to another edition of Hanging a Sign with Corey. Now you might be telling yourself, Corey, or whatever your name is, maybe you would like to have a sign hung like this. This is improper. What you want to do is make sure the sign is clearly readable. Now, notice that the tape is just adjacent to, or really next to, said door jamb. You then hang your signage, that's what we like to call it in the biz, and you put it prominently so people can see it. Now, however, you do not want to place signage on the door jamb itself. This will impact closure, and you will not be able to close the offending appendage. That's been your lesson for today. My name's Corey, and this is another edition of How to Hang a Sign.
Bullshit. I sent him a crate of CMFT shirts, and this is what comes in.
Oh, yeah,
Horse
absolutely.
shit. Horse shit.
Hey, he's a superstar, right?
It's the same designer. They're all.
Don't need nothing. I said I don't need nothing. I don't need nothing. What's my name?
Could you put it back to however it was before I said something? Because now I can't.
I can't hear my guitar anymore.
It doesn't make any
Jay,
sense.
pay attention.
I tried figuring it out.
Then the storm came, waving, breaking y'all leverage. Did you give me tall fitty? I reply with already. Different is not a grammatical, everything is connected all over the globe. Hey, speaking of lyrical language, I give them a killer in all of my shows. Hey, pockets full of cash, all the ladies wanna smash, and they all looking like they want me to smack them on the ass. Beez this, that's how I leave it when I beast this. Nothing but the futuristic Battlestar Elite shit. Beat this, I tell you all, it's not a secret. Who I'm rocking with? See, motherfucking secret.
Five, 7. Straight lemon and honey. Salud.
If it's not good, Jason made it.
I forgot I brushed my teeth. So did I. God, fucking bite. Oh, hold on. My face is done collapsing in on itself. Oh, God.
All right, business time. So, behind every great artist is a manager rolling his eyes. Probably not the case with Corey Brennan and his relationship with Corey Taylor because he's a legend. But you are going to hear from Corey Brennan, Corey's manager, coming up straight after this. And after that, we're going to talk to Danny Wimmer, part of DWP Presents. If you've been to any of those amazing festivals that you have here across the United States of America, keeping rock and metal in the heartland of your nation, Danny Wimmer is responsible for that. So our thanks to him for his contribution to all things rock and metal and his help on today's stream. Here we go. Corey Brennan, Corey's manager, and then after that, Danny Wimmer of DWP Presents. We are here live. Corey Taylor, Forum or Against Them. Get your tickets now. I'm Beez. We are here live at the Forum. This show is going to melt your fucking face. Make sure you get involved. I'm joined by Mr. Corey Brennan, who is Corey's manager. Now, I've known Corey for an awful amount of time, and I feel like the album captures so much of his personality.
Yeah.
And whether, like, we know him personally.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone else gets to know him a little bit more personally through this record because there's a lot going on with it. When you look at this record and how you're taking this out to people, is this going to be a record that people who haven't known who Corey is before could connect with?
Well, you've heard the record.
Yes.
I don't know if anybody watching right now has heard the record yet.
They have, It's out today.
Okay, fair enough. But you've had an inside track on who he is and the type of record it is. But I think there's hints. Like, he did Bother. He did Stone Sour.
Yeah.
He did the heavy songs in Stone Sour. He did something like Bother. He brought Snuff to Slipknot.
Yes.
So we know what he's capable of. So I think it's all sides, but I think the side you probably don't see in Stone Sour and probably don't see in Slipknot is a more rock and roll side.
Yeah.
The love of classic rock and roll.
Yes.
The love of fun. No holds barred. All out there, on the table, just fun. And that's what you're going to hear on this record that maybe you don't hear in Stone Sour and Slipknot.
I love the fact that everyone, and I mean without exception, everyone has used the word fun.
Right.
Like, I've seen a show live already. I was at the show at the Roxy here, and I was blown away by the fun factor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's yet another thing where we're going to get to know Corey that little bit more. Is that fun side?
Yeah.
Where does this open up in the long term as well? Because I love Slipknot as much as I love my own mother, right? But fun is not the word that I would use.
Right.
And Stone Sour is serious and intricate and the more emotional side. Where do you go with a fun Corey Taylor record? Because when we see him on things like QI and things like that, that's where this record fits to me. That's an extension of who the man is.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can answer that for us. I'm still trying to figure it out. But I think with this, there's nothing he can't do. I mean, he can play small shows and have a blast. He can play big arena rock shows and festivals and create a rock show where he's having fun in those environments.
Yeah.
So it's definitely drastically different than Slipknot. It's definitely a different, lighter tone than Stone Sour.
Yeah.
But it's still intense. Like, there's still songs on here that are really big fucking rock songs.
Yeah.
And really intense. So it's a rock and roll album, and he's going to have fun. He's going to play big shows, small shows. And I think the thing with this is it can be Corey stripped down acoustic, and it can be Corey with the full band you're going to see tonight. No holds barred, all going for it. There's no rules.
No Rules is coming your way live from the Los Angeles Forum here. Corey Taylor going to be taken to the stage anytime soon. I'm stood with Mr. Danny Wimmer. So this is your first ever... This is the first big live stream, is that right? That's what I was told just before we started recording.
This is our first.
Love it, love it. So how have you found looking out at the landscape of streaming so far? Because from where I sit, it has been so exciting with the different ideas. Behemoth making movies, Code Orange doing it on a DIY level, and then you've had Trivium doing bigger things, Clutch going into deep sets. Do you think that this is... I've seen a lot of people in the worried camp for obvious reasons, but looking at the glass half full, has this opened something entirely new for bands to do something exciting and creative with their art?
Yeah, I think this opens up the door for an artist to get any message they want to put out anytime. So I think a piece of this is here to stay. I don't think it's going to replace live, right?
No.
But I think it's here to stay. It's very important for DWP to get into the pay-per-view streaming business because we do believe it's going to be an important piece when an artist, rock usually wouldn't do this stuff. Right?
Yes,
that's
agree.
what's amazing about
That's
this.
it.
And now what it's doing, it's opened the doors for. Rock has always been like they hold everything in close, like and integrity is key. I mean that's
how we've always done it, right?
That's beauty about rock and roll, integrity.
Yeah,
and how much they let people in, and that's good and bad. And now what I love about it is we're seeing the biggest artists in rock and roll, expose themselves and be vulnerable.
Yeah,
and I think that's good for rock.
Yeah.
I look at what country's doing and the way they collab together, and they've really had an open door kind of policy to their fans. I think a piece of that's really good.
Yeah.
And then there's some but I also like mystery.
Yeah.
But I gotta tell you, man, it's been 6 months for me since I've heard a live drum.
Yeah.
And when I was hearing the sound check.
Yeah, we were the same.
I got goosebumps.
We were the same. We were dancing in the stands just at the thought of live music again.
I mean, it was just like the doom, doom, doom. I mean, I was like excited.
Mate, when they sound checked the cover and me and my wife were having the best time possible. Yeah. Danny, keep innovating and keep making rock and roll exciting. Yeah. Danny Wimmer going to keep bringing you badass stuff. We are here live at the Los Angeles Forum. Corey Taylor going to be taken to the stage in the next hour.
Attention. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention?
We are here at the Neon Museum in beautiful Las Vegas, shooting full band shots for my solo project. And so far, morale is high. It means the sugar's kicked in.
That is all from me. Thank you for having me as part of your day. I've been Beez from notfest.com. This is Corey Taylor Forum or Against Him. It is your last chance to get tickets. Watch.thecoreytaylor.com. Get involved. I don't want you to be looking at your timeline and all of your friends and everyone who fucking knows what's up is watching this stream and having a blast, and you are missing songs from CMFT, the new album that's out now, songs from Slipknot, songs from Stone Sour, and more. Get your tickets, watch.thecoreytaylor.com. Thank you for having me as part of your day. I hope you've enjoyed the interviews today. I'm going to be hosting an unofficial after party. Twitch.tv/Mosh Talks going to be playing every song from CMFT and other Corey Taylor hits and Corey Taylor associated stuff. So I'll see you there, twitch.tv/Mosh Talks. Get your tickets, get your merch bundles, listen to the album, enjoy yourself. bang your fucking head. Let's do this. Corey Taylor, for 'em or against them. I've been Beez from notfest.com. I'll see you next time. Enjoy the show, and my God, enjoy all the pyro coming your way. See you next time.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
I love that I'm the only one that doesn't say it.
What? I know, right?
Fucking up the rotation. What the hell's going on, man? Spit too. Does come out of his mouth or his butt? I feel like it comes out of his butt.
You check your butt.
You check your butt.
It's in your butt.
Hey, maybe you look in your butt.
I bet it's in your
Find
butt.
it. I bet it's in your butt. $10.
$10 is
$10
in your butt.
is in your butt.
$10.
$10.
I got it. I got $10.
Hey, good for you. Now check your butt. God, dude, this is so weird. Like, there's a part of me that's going, shouldn't we show some sort of urgency? And I'm like, no, there's fucking nobody out there. Hey, Brett, this has to go to Brennan. He's got to have this.
I would put it by the hat box that's on that's in the Guitar World.
I'm gonna put it up.
Yeah, put it on the hat.
You don't need bother. I love it. I love it. Every room that Gina sets up in, we leave.
We're the worst
So good.
ever. Okay, I'm ready for you guys. Wait, where'd you go?
Rough your butt. If you rough your butt, pull up and find your pants. Right. Just pull them out and put them over your butt. With pants. That's where it should be.
What's that from?
That's just
a thing?
something me and Christian have been doing. Yeah. I bet you it's up your butt.
That's the hat, huh?
I can't stop. There it is. There it is, Spider.
This is it.
Spider!
Pay me a plate.
What am I getting? Pay no mind, Blitz kid?
Pay no mind this one, man, Mirage. You've been doing that all day.
Oh. Okay. Huh?
Gentlemen,
Yeah.
do you feel ready?
Well, that's a relevant question. Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't know if you know there's a show.
Is there? You should tell the audience.
Hey, do they open doors? I don't think you guys open doors
They
yet.
open doors! It's gonna take 3 hours to get them through security. There's still a line around the corner of the parking lot. I can't believe they're on. Yeah, we can't go on yet. My mom is not here. That we can't start. So she has eyes on us.
So first thing, we're gonna do tunnel picture. We're ready when you are.
All right.
And then walk the stage.
All right, let's do a little huddle right here first.
Come on, Mike. Give us a huddle. Give us a huddle on this chair.
All right, boys. Bring it in, clammy. I like it damp. You know that. The damper the better. Gentlemen, I'll say what we're out there. It's the weirdest fucking game. I mean, in a long time. Okay? But that's okay. It's not like anybody's gonna see this.
Not at all.
So hey,
Not at all. Good point.
No. Listen. Remember that time we practiced? Just do exactly what we did.
Except for Zach.
Except for that, yeah. Hey, rein it in.
Yeah, I'll do it. Fucking Beez.
All right, boys. Go have a great show. Make me proud. You're fired. Cool. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Whoa, Bundy. Whoa, Bundy. Get a Whoa, Bundy. No, what was the other? Whoa, Jablonski.
Whoa, Jablonski. Go ahead and revise a day-o bread. Day-o bread.